Charleyhorse is the latest album from Sybyr. It could be Serbia. Look, you're talking to me. I always get shit like this wrong. Not out of ignorance, I just never hear these names said out loud. Like, they're not exactly mainstream major artists, so sometimes I'm just like, look, I don't fucking know how you say it. And I have heard music from this artist before under the name of Syringe in 2016. I think the album is Anti-World. Thought it was pretty cool, weird, and experimental. But this new album, Charleyhorse from Sybyr, is not quite the same. It very much feels indicative of a lot of modern trends in hip hop right now, trap, cloud rap even, you know, all those kind of modern genres in the hip hop world that have really started to become huge and even in a sense mainstream. That first track is totally just Drain Gang vibes for me. And look, Drain Gang artists aren't exactly mainstream or huge, but they have a very, very loud crowd. Like, it is very much an internet based type of genre, but my god, they come in the thousands upon thousands of crazy fans. And I feel like on Charleyhorse, the blend of different sounds and ideas, you get a bit more of that type of sound on Deep Blue, is pretty interesting. But I will say that the greatest asset this album has is just the straight up banger type tracks. I may as well get this out of the way. Lyrically, you're not getting a great amount of deepness. You're not really getting amazing bars, which I know recently I was pretty critical of Denzel Curry, so it may sound like I'm being a bit hypocritical there by praising this album here and then attacking Unlocked. But Unlocked was just too far, you know, to the left of like anything worth grabbing onto lyrically, that it just became instantly a turnoff. Whereas this album here isn't really anything like that. And the thing is that Saber, I think, just completely steals the show on so many tracks. Like, his delivery, his flows are just so addictive at points. Like, I can't really say no to them. Whereas other artists in this field often just sound very generic, get a bit boring. But man, I'm bouncing around to these tracks. The hook on Steppin' on Toes is so fucking catchy. You already know how this should go. You already know how this should go. Swiftly transitions into Maxed Out, which has a fucking great banging beat. These are the tracks that just honestly completely steal my attention throughout this runtime. And it's like a 30-minute album, by the way, 14 tracks. Everything just feels a bit squashed and condensed. I think if some of these tracks were fleshed out, because this guy can definitely take these tracks into interesting directions, I definitely see it in him, we would have had an even better album. But sometimes some tracks just feel like they're fizzling out, or there's just not enough runtime to kind of feel like you're attached to any of the songs. Start It Off is such a killer track, but man, that shit just ends so quickly. I'm just not really thinking about it that much by the time the next song comes on. But while it's playing, I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is really good. But there's no reason for it to just be so short. Fuck You Mean is equally as catchy and addictive as some of the other best tracks on the album, but similarly, it is just a little too short for me. I just want this to be going on for at least another minute. Like, it is a bit of an issue for me for some of these tracks. A track like Veins feels a bit more fleshed out, and to be honest, I'm just instantly grabbed by his fucking, like, deep as fuck voice. He sounds hard as nails on this one. And HotHeaded as well. Tracks like these ones, he just sounds gruff as fuck. So yeah, there's loads of great moments on this album. I just can't quite call it a great album. I've been playing this a lot though. Like, it is just a really fun one to just go back to at any point and sit through, because you're not really having to turn your brain on, if you know what I mean. Like, some albums just don't really require that much thought or anything like that, and this album is just really good for that. But I think I see the potential of where he could take some of these ideas, and it just holds the album back a little bit. But I like this a lot. 7 out of 10 from me. Definitely check this out if you haven't already. I think it came out towards the end of January, so we're talking like nearly a month ago at this point. But I wanted to talk about it because even though I'm late, I have a few things to say. Thank you for watching my review. Hopefully you enjoyed what I had to say in this review. Let me know your thoughts on this album if you've heard it already. Have a good day. Goodbye. Tell me how to pronounce his name. Bye.